So I wanted to sort of go back to a point that you covered a little bit on standardized testing. I think, if we sort of group students into three categories now, at least for juniors who may be applying to college next season, into sort of three categories. One is people who have taken a standardized test like the ACT or SAT and then are satisfied with their score. The next group would be people who have taken the test, are unsatisfied, and are planning to retake, and students who have yet to take one of those tests. Regarding these three groups, how would each of these groups be positively or negatively affected during the college admissions process or going up till the college admissions process?
Okay, good question. These are all good questions, by the way. I'm not sure there's really a difference between those groups from our perspective. Essentially, we've lost a test date in April and May. However, there are multiple test dates coming up. So the ACT has 5 or 6 test dates still between now and December that are open. The SAT similarly. So I think you have time. However, there's one caution. I know a lot of kids like to walk in cold the first time they take the test. Yeah. And maybe you've already taken the test once and you've taken it cold. We have always recommended against that. Now we really, really recommend against it because of the fewer test dates that will be available. So we really recommend going online, studying, practicing, making sure that you're comfortable taking a 3-hour-long test, as weird as these standardized tests are, because of course the way you take these tests is different from a standard high school test. Go online, practice a lot, so that when you walk in to take that test, whenever that is, you take it once, you do your best, and you can end right there. Since in-person tutoring is mostly suspended, we have put a list of free online test prep sites on the resources page of our website. So again, when you go to the home page and there's something about COVID-19, you click that, and that'll take you to those resources right away. So that's our recommendation. Right now, there's not a lot different that you should be doing other than studying and taking it once.
Yeah. I think, going to the other side of college admissions in terms of, looking at what students have done outside academics, I think, especially this summer, I know there have already been many summer camps that have been canceled. So if a student were, planning to attend a summer camp or doing a volunteer project, but are now unable to due to the coronavirus pandemic, how would colleges make their evaluation of students, and how may that differ?
Wow, that's a tough one. That's unknown right now. I'm sure colleges are going to make recommendations, but of course, keep in mind that everybody's in the same boat. So yes, your summer camp has been canceled or your volunteer activity has been canceled. So has everybody else's. So it kind of just changes the baseline of what the colleges are looking for, or at least that's the way we're about it right now. We'll post anything if we get new information, but that one, there's not a lot out there right
now. And what kind of questions are you getting as the head of Mentors for College from your mentees and mentors regarding this whole situation?
Well, I think everybody's still a little stunned.
Yeah.
Most students are on either a scheduled or an extended spring break. So we're actually not getting very many questions right now. I think pretty soon they're going to start to come in. Again, we put up a question form that you can access by going to our website, where you can just click on that and enter your contact information and then whatever question you have, and that will allow us to respond to you directly. So fill that out And we'll also post the answers to questions as we get them, so there'll be a Q&A up there for everybody. But it's, I think, a little quiet because nobody's quite sure even what to ask.
And, so many schools around the nation have been closed, at least for a temporary basis. There are, some states that have closed schools for the rest of the school year. But no one really knows how long this is going to last. There's obviously some estimates. But if this does get drawn out till next academic year, what do you think over college education overall may look like?
Oh, wow. I haven't a clue. That's really not something I've thought about. So you're posing a question that we need to go off and start asking the universities about.
Yeah.
I bet they are reticent to make any projections about that right now. As you say, there are lots of different estimates out there about how long this will last. And from a public standpoint, I think all the universities are trying to say, well, things will get back to normal quickly. Will they or won't they? Well, we'll just wait to find out. Everybody, again, is in the same boat here. So solutions are going to have to be developed. So we recommend the first thing, stay calm.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the same boat, so this will get worked out. But keep working on your college planning. It's tempting to say, okay, I'll deal with that when I get back to school. It's just too much to think about. But actually now is a perfect time to be doing some advanced planning in all of this, particularly if you're a junior. And I should have recommended this as an answer to your earlier question, that as a junior, start working on your Common App. Start working on your essay. Yeah. You don't have access to your English teachers, but if you sign up for Mentors4College, we have a couple of mentors who are gurus at college essays, and they would be delighted to review anyone's essay who signs up for our program and sends in an essay. We'll take a look at it and send it back to you, turn it around. So we're happy to help, but to the extent that you can do some of this work right now while you've got time off, it'll make your summer and fall just go a whole lot easier.
And, finally, what would your advice be to juniors and just all students at this time?
Well, we've covered an awful lot of that.
Yeah.
The best I can say is, again, be calm, relax. There are, despite this horrible situation, there are opportunities that arise. A friend of mine always says, out of chaos comes opportunity. And there is chaos.
Yeah.
But there's also opportunity. There's opportunity to get things done now when you don't have a lot of conflicting priorities.
Yeah.
Your sports are not going forward. Extracurricular activities are on hold. So now's a great time when you have extra hours to devote to this and get it done. Again, check out the resources page of the Mentors4College website. That's mentors4college.org. And we've got various recommendations and websites and places you can go to help you do that planning, and feel free to sign up. We'll be glad to help.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Zuckerman, and thank you for answering all of our questions. I know this is going to be of great help to, all the students out there.
Our pleasure. We are delighted to help. Sri, thank you for doing this. We're indebted to you for getting out the word on how we deal with these problems.
Oh, no, thank you.